What ruined your Thanksgiving this year? Woke up to $700 in fraudulent charges to my account and couldn't call the bank. On top of being stuck at home, I had something to stress me out, even though I know it's easily taken care of. My kidneys are in stage 4 failure, starting dialysis, and I'm terrified. My grandma passing on Tuesday. Thanksgiving was always a wonderful memory with her. My husband and I were in a pretty bad car accident Monday afternoon. He ended up with a bad concussion and staples in the side of his head. I have a total of 13 stitches in my right hand, not to mention all the bruising, whiplash, and everything else that comes with being rear-ended while at a dead stop by someone most likely doing 45. We're lucky to be alive. We were the first car hit and somehow got pushed into the median, while the car that hit us kept going and ended up hitting the car that was in front of us. There ended up being 5 cars involved in the whole ordeal. We were supposed to go to my in-laws today, but his concussion has made it difficult for him to eat or even sit in a lit room, so we ended up staying home. It sucks, but I'm thankful to be alive, and there's always next year. Edit. Just wanted to say thank you for all the well wishes, advice, and awards. Didn't expect my little story to get so much attention. We are definitely on top of this situation. Stay on top of this, and don't give the insurance companies an out. Also wear those damn collars if you have to. This happened to me 30 years ago, and I'm still paying the price. Couldn't sue the bastard because it was a no-fault state. Tooth infection that spread. Went to dentist yesterday to get antibiotics and it ballooned across my face overnight. So, here I am, sitting in air triage with a 101.3 fever and a face that hurts like hell. I had a tooth infection that took my front tooth this year. The loss of the tooth and subsequent surgeries ruined my Thanksgiving. It stemmed from an accident as a kid. I'm so sorry you're going through this, and I can level. I'm sending you love, sweet person. I'm sorry you have to endure this too. My mother-in-law died about 10 minutes before I put the turkey in the oven. I asked for the address and never got a response. Responds 4 hours later. Ok. Well, we already ate and everyone left, so just stay home and eat there. Go on IG and see the family pics. Thanks, Dad. That's nice. I'm sorry. Wow, that's fucking heartless. I'm so sorry. My 12-year-old lab, who I've had since he was a puppy, died this morning from cancer. He was my favorite dog I've ever had and my 5-year-old son's best friend. We are going to be hurting for a while. Here's a picture of my dog and son from a few years ago. We thought Thanksgiving was ruined, but it turns out it will just be different than we wanted. My grandpa was diagnosed with terminal cancer last summer. We knew this would likely be his last Thanksgiving with us. A few days ago he had a stroke, and we didn't think he'd be able to join us for Thanksgiving dinner since he's still in the hospital. Luckily enough, he's being discharged in an hour and will be able to have dinner with us. Eta, thank you for all of the encouraging words and empathy. My grandpa is an amazing man who set a really good example for who I want to be and who I want to surround myself with. Girlfriend broke with me last night, so I've been spending the entire Thanksgiving trying to act like it doesn't bother me. Listened to a radio show yesterday, and apparently the turkey drop is a thing. Lots of people get broken up with around this time. That is my awkward way of days. I'm sorry your holiday sucks. Hope things get better soon. Went to go pick up Grandma from her dementia care home today. As soon as I pulled in, she called and said she wasn't feeling well. I ended up sitting with her for an hour catching up. When it got dark and I had to go, she begged me to stay and gave me some food. I wanted to cry. She was asking me all these things about my life I couldn't give her the answers to. I miss when she was a part of my life and not away spending her last days isolated. Dementia sucks bad. It's horrible to have to go through. Dementia is the worst. It's like you lose your loved one, but they're right there. I feel you. We brought my grandmother over from her care home today to let her enjoy my kids. Great grandkids. My dad said when they were pulling out of the driveway, she started crying and said she wished she could have just gotten to spend some time with them and had some hug. She didn't remember in that 3-minute span that my 3-year-old didn't leave her side the entire time and that my 9-year-old sat on the couch and snuggled her and translated conversations from across the room for her for an hour. Dementia is awful. Edit. Thanks for the awards. 2 weeks ago, my dad and grandma died 2 days apart from their respective cancers. Also, today I have a 103 fever, so I can't even be around my family. Edit. Thank you all so much. Sorry for your loss. Heartbroken for you. So sorry. Big dinner. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, cornbread, the whole 9 yards. A colleague's daughter says she has a stomachache and doesn't feel well. Gut feeling is making me suspicious. We sit down, she gets up and proceeds to vomit all over the floor. Thankfully, she missed the table, just all on the floor. Poor kid had a stomach virus she didn't know about. She didn't eat much after that. We spent 10 minutes cleaning it up. Sadly, nobody wanted to have the stuffed after that. I was sad because it was amazing. I threw up at my uncle's for Easter a couple years ago. My dad still acts like I ate too much candy, which definitely didn't help. Even though my brother threw up a few days before and my mom threw up a few days later, he didn't throw up cause he got GERD surgery. I would have still eaten. Not letting a vomit show ruin my dinner. Not having my mum around to celebrate. Same. Both of my parents died in just under 2 years. The holidays really drive that home. Mom died in DC and Dad in Nov less than 2 years later. I totally understand. Me too. Died 2 days ago. On my birthday. Being alone, boyfriend is working. This is the first year I won't get a phone call from my big brother as he took his own life in June. Holidays and birthdays have been tough this year. At least I have the dogs to help snug away the sad. I also lost my brother in June to suicide. I feel you. My stepfather is fighting pancreatic cancer, and my mother is beyond exhausted and stressed. Ordered pre-made dinners, but this is not a day to celebrate. Stepped off the damn high curb at my uncle's house and twisted my ankle real bad. Stupid, clumsy old people. Shit, a severe ulcerative colitis flare that landed me in the hospital 2 days ago. I'm still here, and tonight's Thanksgiving feast. 1 gallon of colonoscopy Prepidit. Thanks for all the good wishes. You're all keeping me company while I sit on the toilet for the next several hours. Depending on your insurance and your particular situation, you could look into a biological option. I've had moderate to severe ulcerative colitis since I was about 13 years old. From 13 until about 22, I was taking pills that helped manage flare-ups, but suddenly nothing worked, and I was on prednisone for a year looking into surgical option. I switched to a biologic drug called Entyvio, which is only a 30-minute infusion every 8 weeks, and it's like I don't even have ulcerative colitis anymore. I'm 33 and haven't had a flare-up in years. I could eat bacon-covered bacon sandwiches and have no colon-related issues from it. Anyway, you're not alone, and I've been in your position for what it is worth. Things will get better, but I wish you the best in the meantime. Username checks out. Dog got out leading to a 2-hour search and a cold dinner. My cat got out last night, and we still haven't found her. I'm still living this one. Edit 1. Thank you everyone so much for your advice and your concern. It's now past 24, and still not kitty. I've put out a blanket-lined box, a couple of our worn shirts. The blanket was unwashed and some food and her litter box. Flyers are up at the neighborhood convenience store and along the road at telephone pole. I'll update again with any news. And it just gets better. Just found out my aunt has stage 4 kidney failure. Influenza. We are better now and fever-free and decided to postpone Thanksgiving to Saturday. Everyone agreed, which is nice. My dog suddenly had a stroke last night after spending 1 hour finding an emergency vet that was open and another hour speeding there. My dog passed away at 1:50 right as we were about to carry her to the exam room. She was perfectly fine just 6 hours before. I'm so sorry. Thank you everyone for the kind words as well as the awards. It means a lot to me. To everyone who's also lost their pets, it's seriously not easy. It's hard losing a member of the family who does nothing but love unconditionally. I hope you all heal all right. My family and I are in complete shock, and it hasn't completely hit us yet, mainly because just last week we had to put our family cat down. So we were still grieving one loss as this second one snuck up on us. Have a happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate the holiday. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Earth Re. Mom decided to have a heart attack last week and passed away, leaving me to cook by myself. Humor helps a bit. My 4-year being hospitalized with RSV, the flu, and pneumonia. Been here since Tuesday with no sign of leaving. Whole pediatric ward is full. These poor babies. As a pediatric healthcare worker, it's insane how many kids are coming in with RSV. There's 500 beds in my hospital, with a lot being ours were positive. On my floor, at least 80 are kids who are positive for us. It's been like that for weeks. Wishing a speedy recovery. My relative's dog ate the surface of our pumpkin pie and an entire package of bread roll. Does that mean the dog's going to be outside for a while, or a trip to the vets? My sister, whose house it was at, had an edible before the food was even ready, and then retreated to her room due to being too high and started hinting for people to leave. She's going to be sad when she emerges and she doesn't have any leftovers to munchie. Luckily, I waited until after dinner to get uncomfortably high. Give her a minute, she's fighting demons in there. My husband lost his job on Tuesday morning. Needless to say, we're not in the mood to celebrate. Edit. I genuinely appreciate all the well wishes from everyone. It actually helped me feel better. The kindness of strangers is nice to see and helps keep my hope in humanity alive. We are not completely ungrateful or hopeless, but stunned and feeling turned inside out for sure. I know it'll pass and we'll be okay eventually. A lot of folks have it way worse. I never folks have it way worse. I never forget that, and my heart goes out to them. My dad died almost 3 weeks ago. First holiday without him. A bunch of people who wouldn't get out of my damn kitchen. Because I'm a guy, all the old women think I can't do anything. Well, Mima, we still got 3 pounds of your dry ass potatoes, but nothing I made has leftovers. Did she make the ass potatoes herself, or store-bought? Slicing my hand open whilst trying to open the damn cranberry sauce. Halfway through eating my first plate, it started to feel like someone punched me in the gut. Damn you, apple cider! Damn you! Apple cider is fucking amazing. But even a single glass will clean you out like you're getting ready for a colonoscopy. I announced I'm pregnant, and the first thing my aunt said was, "No wonder you look so fake." That's when you reply, "So, then what's your excuse?" My drunk husband picked a fight with his sister, then refused to eat the dinner I spent 3 hours making, then had the audacity to want me to feel sorry for him when he refused a reheated plate because it wasn't the same. He has also stated we are not celebrating any more holidays, and if I try to, he is moving out. He won't. All I want for Christmas is a divorce and not to be emotionally abused anymore. Pedo family member showing up when they weren't invited.